Hi YouTube. Sorry for a couple of things. First of all, sorry I'm in the car. I did pull over. I parked in the Starbucks parking lot, but I am parked, so I am safe. Don't worry about that. I'm actually on my way to work today. I wanted to do two things in this video. I wanted to give some life updates, and I wanted to review this new Jon Pertwee Blu-ray that came out for all of my Doctor Who friends, because it has been a really long time since I've talked about any Doctor Who on my YouTube, and I just wanted to, you know, sort of provide some content that was Doctor Who related, because really that's what I kind of meant for this YouTube to be about mostly. So couple of life updates. I have sold my house and we bought a new one, so we're sort of in the middle of this crazy moving process right now. I'm really excited because even though the house market is crazy right now, I promise that we didn't just get house fever. We had intentionally been planning on moving at this time of our lives. We've been working really hard. You've heard me mention in a couple of other YouTube videos. We've been working really hard over the last 4 years to pay off all of my student loan debt. And we always said once we got the debt paid off, that we would start working towards upgrading in house a little bit. And there were some other reasons why we wanted to move into a different kind of house than the one that we were in. The one we were in was lovely and it has been a really great house. We've lived there for 16 years, but it is not at all mobility friendly. And you know what it comes down to really is that our parents are aging, and we really just needed to live in a place that was a little bit more mobility friendly, so that when they come to our home, it's not such a struggle for them. And, you know, just looking forward and 15, 20, 25 years in the future, you know, what is our life with our parents going to look like? We just wanted some more space. We wanted something more flat. So anyway, we just said we're going to wait until we're out of debt, and then we're going to do that. Well, we finished paying off all of our consumer debt in February, and we built up our emergency fund, and then we were ready to sort of start looking around for a house upgrade. So it just went really, really fast. This market is crazy. It was bananas how quick it went, but we found the house of our dreams, and you Doctor Who people are going to love this. It is a blue house. It's so pretty. I'm so excited to move into it. We move in another week, so right now it's like our old house is all packed up and there's just really not much going on there, and we can't move into the new one yet. So we're sort of in this holding pattern, which is a little frustrating, but that's okay. The new house actually has a room that will be completely dedicated to Doctor Who. So it's going to be a guest room slash Whoseum. So I'm really excited because there's a space that I can put all of my Who stuff in, and you know, throw a TV in there, get all my DVDs in there and organized. And I was able to pick up this one, which is the complete season 2 Jon Pertwee. I can't remember if this is season, I guess season 8 if you are just going by classic seasons, but it is Jon Pertwee's second season. Of course, I already have seen all of these, you know, episodes a whole bunch, and of course I already have them on just like regular DVD, but I have been purchasing these Blu-ray discs as they've been coming out, because not only are they gorgeous and it's really fun to watch them in Blu-ray, but also because they have some really good features. And I apologize, when I look at the screen, this looks backwards. I don't know if that's going to come out backwards or not, but I will tell you a little bit about what the features are on this particular Blu-ray. This one has 5 stories, and the stories are Terror of the Autons, The Mind of Evil, The Claws of Axos, Colony in Space, and the Daemons. And just like all of these other special Blu-ray sets, you get some of the extras that came with the previously released DVDs. So you get the things like what do you call them? The making of documentaries, the little featurettes that were on some of the other DVDs. So if you have the DVD in another form, you know, some of those extras are the same, they just transferred them over here, but they have a few new extras that they've filmed and put just on these Blu-rays. So for example, the behind the sofa featurette is brand new for these Blu-rays, and that's one of my favorite things, is to watch these Behind the Sofas. If you're not familiar with Behind the Sofa, what they do is they get people who are associated with the show, and they're almost like reaction videos. They put them on this like couch or the sofa, and in this case, this was filmed post-COVID, so they have them in squashy chairs and then like a little barrier in between the chairs, which is kind of interesting to see. And then they watch like a Doctor Who episode together, and you get to see their reaction. It's almost like commentary, but because not all of the ones that are watching it were actually involved with that particular story, it's more like a reaction video. So it's really kind of fun to watch. I have watched the first 4 stories, and I am saving the Demons. I'm going to watch that probably tonight or tomorrow. And so I in this sort of reaction video, I can't talk about the Demons particular to this Blu-ray, but I can say that I do love that story. I could probably do my own, like a whole other just separate video about that story, and how lovely it is, this sort of gothic horror with the witch and the sort of crypt and all of the sort of spooky, like the gargoyle coming to life and all of that stuff. It's an amazing story with such a cool aesthetic. I love it so much, but I haven't seen it yet. The cool thing is this particular Blu-ray has let me see if I can find it. It has an updated version of it. Let's see. It is a 90-minute movie edit, unseen since its original broadcast. So I'm gonna watch it like a 90-minute movie, which I'm really excited. The first story on here was The Terror of the Autons. I watched it, a few days ago, and if you don't remember, this story is an Auton story, so it's got the little plasticky guys, but mostly it's kind of a weird, like, creepy story. It's almost like a have you ever watched those really old scary movies that are like I don't know, set in just strange settings, and they have just weird things going on? This reminds me of that because they have the strange little like Chucky doll kind of thing that comes to life. They have the carnival atmosphere, the weird like clown barbershop looking things with the heads that are like this big, the plastic daisy that like will come to life and then throw plastic over your mouth to suffocate you. It's just a really wild ride, that story. Really dark to watch it. And the commentary was really funny because the Behind the Sofa, everybody was commenting on how dark this story really is, and they're so right. The Behind the Sofa, the people that they have on this disc, for those of you who are wondering if you should buy this or not, they have Tegan, and it's Janet Fielding and then Sarah together, and then they have Katie Manning, and the guy who plays, I'm so sorry I don't remember the actor's name, but the guy who plays the man who becomes Joe Grant's husband in her last episode. So those two are together, and then Katie Manning, Sarah and Janet as a set. And then the other set they have is Sacha Dhawan, the guy who plays the new version of the Master, along with that sort of Indian actress who plays the girl named Ronnie in Sarah Jane Adventures. So they have those two together as a set. So it's really kind of fun because Roger Delgado is the Master. This is the first season where you have the Master, and he is in all 5 stories in this one. So it is kind of fun to watch the new Master watch the old Master and react to that. Okay, that was Terror of the Autons, and then The Mind of Evil we watched the other night. There wasn't anything special with it. The Terror of the Autons had some remastering effects. They've gone in and they've totally changed some of the worst of the effects, like the squashy chair that like suffocates the guy, and then the biggest, most noticeable change to me was they did some CGI on the little Chucky doll that comes to life, and so instead of it looking like a stop motion claymation, it really does look like a properly scary kind of Chucky doll. So that was cool to watch the Terror of the Autons with the remastering. The Mind of Evil didn't have anything new like that, so there wasn't a whole lot new in my mind of watching that particular story. The next story is The Claws of Axos, and that one, again, nothing super spectacularly new watching it there. They didn't have any new mixes or anything like that. I will say that the behind the scenes featurette, and I can't remember if it's The Mind of Evil or The Claws of Axos, I think it's The Claws of Axos, has a Blue Peter featurette that I have never seen before, and I don't know if I just missed it on one of my other discs or what, but it's got Peter Purvis and Blue Peter going into one of the makeup trucks, and he is hilarious. He's bumbling around. I laughed so hard I cried. He's like bumbling around the makeup truck. I think it's unintentionally funny because he picks up stuff. He's all enthusiastic showing you the makeup truck. He's like, oh, look at this blood. And he like spills it on the floor. And then he picks up a glove and he's like, this is what this glove looks like if you want a werewolf hand. And he puts it on and it totally breaks it. And then he's like knocking stuff over. It's really, really funny. And then, sorry, somebody's walking by. I know they're going to be looking at me like, hello, doing a weird YouTube video in my car. Just keep moving. Okay, Colony in Space we watched yesterday, and there is a remastered version on this. There are 2 discs of Colony in Space on this Blu-ray. The first one is, let me see if I could just go straight to it. The first one is just a regular, and then the second one is the reverse standards conversion. So if you're super into different conversion and you're kind of nerdy and you understand about that stuff, then maybe that's good information for you. I just watched the regular one and then some of the features last night. The Daemons I'm excited to watch. I haven't watched it yet, but anyway, I will say, for the money, these Blu-rays are worth it if you like to watch things on Blu-ray and you really like that behind the sofa featurette. I really appreciate that they included some new content with the Blu-rays to make them, you know, you sort of get, okay, all right, it's worth buying because I can get these sort of extras with it that I don't have with any of my other DVDs. I think that's about it as far as like my reaction or like my review of these Blu-rays. I will say I live in the United States. It is really frustrating that the Blu-rays are released in the UK and then I can't even get them for another year until after they're released because of the way that they release these things. It used to be before coronavirus that I could go on the UK Amazon and I could just buy the UK version and then just get it whenever it come out. But with coronavirus, they stopped shipping to the United States, and so you really do sort of have to wait until it comes out over here, and it often is like almost an entire year after it originally comes out in the UK, and that is so frustrating. I feel like I wait so long to see these. There's a Sylvester McCoy one coming out later this month, I think the 21st or the 22nd, on one of these Blu-rays that's a Sylvester McCoy season, and I'm gonna try really hard to get it when it comes out, you know, but I also don't do the thing where I bow down to the eBay scalpers, you know, so if they're gonna offer it for $100 or $150 on eBay and that's the only way I can get it, I will just wait until it comes out over here on the regular, you know, the United States Amazon, because I'm not gonna encourage scalpers, you know, to buy everything up and then resell it at a crazy cost. Like, I just think that's really irresponsible. So anyway, that's kind of my soapbox on that. I promise that once we get settled into the new house and the Whoseum starts to come together, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a tour. We'll put up my ugly Doctor Who DVD collection back up, and I'll give you another, like, hey, this is what it looks like in the new place kind of thing. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.